Golf Central on YouTube, brought to you by the Epic Speed Driver from Callaway.
And hello again and welcome to this Golf Central YouTube report. I'm Rich Lerner. Jon Rahm at the Farmers Insurance Open. This guy has a big game to match that big frame, and I mean he has greatness written all over him. Second-ranked player in the world. He won here in 2017 as a 22-year-old with a 60-foot eagle on the 72nd hole. 5 under 67 today for the big Spaniard, and Rahm is at 8 under par and very much in the thick of it going to the weekend at Torrey Pines.
It's hard to tell you if you don't play. Those fairways are narrow enough as it is. When you start adding the side wind, it's just not fun. I couldn't tell you. There's a lot of holes out there. Let's take the first hole, per se, right? If you put it in the fairway, you have, in my case today, I had 110 yards. It's just a go pin, 100 out of 100 times. If you miss it on the right rough, you have a tree on the way, you can't stop it, you depend on the lie. Things can get complicated, and that's on an easy hole. If we go to one of those longer ones, like 2, where you're having a 6-iron into the green and you miss the fairway, you really need to manage. And the key for me today was some of those early up and downs. I was able to get some really, really good up and downs starting on 13. 13 was a good one, kept things going. 13, 14, and 18 were really good up and downs. And we can throw the one on 8 there as well. I saved 4 shots right there and was able to finish my first 9 under par, which was nothing short of a miracle because I didn't strike it well. And then on my second 9, took advantage of the easier holes, hit it really well, and posted a good score. So I can't really stress how hard it can get. North is easier. South today is brutal. Absolutely brutal. Every shot counts out there. If you even being on the fairway, some shots are not easy. And with this wind and rain coming in and out, for those who play the North today, we should, be really fortunate to play that course today.
You made a putter switch this week, I believe. What's your confidence level with the new putter?
Well, based on my score, I'll say it's pretty good.
And that score was a 67 on the North. Adam Scott is also at 8 under par after a round of 69 today. Check that out. 23 putts for the Australian who won the Masters in 2013. This is 19th year on tour, 14 wins, the last coming up in Los Angeles, not far from La Jolla, California, a couple of hours. Riviera at the Genesis, and that was last year. He was runner-up at the Farmers in 2019. Here now is Adam Scott.
Hopefully I've got a few more years in me to take advantage of it, but I'd like to take advantage of the next 2 days, given the position I've put myself in. It's been a little while since I've kind of been right up there heading into weekends, so looking forward to what's to come the next couple of days.
Obviously with the disjointed season last year, you didn't play as much, you don't play that much anyway, but you didn't play as much as you'd like to, and you had sort of, sporadic results. Is there a sense of trying to make up for some lost time, given where you sit in your career?
It's a tricky one. It's hard to force things. Things are not all still as normal, and I'm, probably slightly underprepared for where I want to be, but I'm working on that. Hopefully I can get to spend enough time practicing and playing and seeing the coach and doing the training and stuff, but it's a little tricky at the moment to get it all done, but I'm trying not to force it. I feel like things are in a good spot. Obviously, I'm playing okay. I play fairly solid every week I play. It's just those small margins, I think, that have been missing, and they take some consistency to accumulate and push you up to that top level.
You wanted to play hard again over the weekend. Does that suit you? Would that be better for you in this shootout?
It plays hard, no matter whether it's windy or cold or whatever the South course. But it'd be a grind for sure if we had 3 straight days of very difficult conditions. I'm not praying for it to be too tough.
Just on that, before I pass it over, can you explain how different it was? I came out there when you were in a really windy area, dead into the wind. I think it was on 2 and 3. How different that was and what that was like.
Yeah, the temperature, the wind wasn't violent, but the temperature going down just makes that wind so heavy and the ball goes so short. And it's really hard to adjust perfectly to that on the fly. You've already played 9 holes, then the temperature drops, and to all of a sudden gauge that a 9-iron's only going to go 125 is a hard call to make. So, I think probably everyone out there in that situation, you're just doing your best and trying not to make a big error, but it's hard to all of a sudden see that the ball's going 30 yards shorter than normal.
What are you happiest with through 2 days, and what are you hoping to improve over the 2 days?
I really like where my game is heading, and I have in Hawaii as well. I just feel like, getting it in the clubhouse has been the hardest thing. The swing, although there's been lots of good ones, there's just a couple loose ones coming in. Almost every round I've played this year, it's been like that. And I think I'm nearly getting there. I'd like to finish it off nicely on the weekend. If I do that, I think I'll be in with a shot.
Different subject. We're working on something about Cameron Davis. Just wonder how much you know about him. You've spent time with him. Any impressions you might have of him?
A little bit embarrassingly, I haven't spent a lot of time with Cameron, so I'm not sure how helpful, other than he's a nice guy, of course. He's Australian, but he's got a good demeanour out here, and he's playing some good golf. He's got a pretty golf swing as well.
Thanks. Just thought I'd ask.
What's the memory of 2008 playing here as the 1-2-3
Yep.
in the world, and how you played and what you thought of Torrey then, because that was the first visit to Torrey, I think, right?
Since Junior World it was, yeah. No, it was a big deal, and I think every time I come back I'm reminded of it being here. But it's a strong, strong memory in my career. Outside of my own performance and winning a golf, it's right up there in special moments. I thought the atmosphere for the whole 36 holes that I played with Phil and Tiger was incredible. But Thursday morning, on the energy around the first hole was I can't compare it to anything else, actually. It was not even like teeing off at the Masters or anything like that. It was really the build-up, thinking back to the weeks leading up when they announced that, and Tiger obviously being Tiger, and Phil, the local hero, 1, 2, and 3 in the world. Of course, I was like the third wheel hanging off the back, but it was really, really fun to be a part of that. I played okay too. I was hanging in there.
Been doing it a long time and at a high level. Adam Scott headed to another weekend where we will all be asking the question, can Tony Finau finally break through for that second win? His lone victory came in Puerto Rico. That was in 2016, but he's been close so often, including last weekend at the Amex down in La Quinta, California. Was the co-leader through 54. He didn't play terribly on Sunday, shot 68, but got steamrolled by Patrick Cantlay, and then ultimately Siwoo Kim, who would win. But Tony Finau again in great position headed to the weekend.
I was pretty enthusiastic. I had a nice finish last week after, I wasn't playing some great golf, I felt like, before. The couple weeks leading up, practice sessions and things, but I was quite encouraged after last week, and I think it's showing this week.
Can you walk us through the eagle on 7, please?
Yeah, on the 7th hole, I hit a perfect 3-wood. We wanted to keep it short of the bunker. I had about 80 yards to the hole. It was raining and windy. I just hit a perfect shot, a little knockdown sand wedge that one hopped right in the hole. So that was kind of a bonus. It was nice. Yeah, I mean, I think wind. I seem to be a good wind player. I haven't. Wins isn't victories. Yeah, 100%. At the end of the day, sports is about winning. I'm at that point in my career where it is about winning, and every week I tee it up. I challenge myself to try and put myself in contention to do that, and I've done that nicely here with 36 holes to go.
When you look back at last week, you look at your play so much as some of the other players, let's say Patrick,
Yeah, I always have to look at my play. There's some mistakes I for sure made on Sunday, but there's some mistakes I made throughout the week, so I can't single out Sunday as being the reason why I wasn't able to, play and finish a few shots better to win the golf tournament. So, but I was very encouraged after I left last week on some of the things I've been working on, and it's been nice to put together 36 holes, good 36 to start this week.
I believe that's the first time I have seen an interview done in a hailstorm. The intrepid reporters covering the Farmers Insurance Open. Should be a great weekend. The weather's going to be outstanding, sunny, a bit cool. A vintage Southern California winter. And a jam-packed leaderboard with some big names. And McIlroy's not too far behind as well. And third round coverage Saturday 1 Eastern on Golf Channel. This has been the Golf Central YouTube Report.